What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Took me long enough to get here, but welcome to the Dragonball Xenoverse Let's Play. I'm playing this on my Steam account. I got my 360 controller with me. I just want to check out some game settings. Okay, name all that stuff. Alright, let's get started. It took me a while to go ahead and get to this one because there's a lot of other games I've been looking to play. We are going to be playing this on the Xenoverse servers, so if by chance that you are watching this, I'm not really doing, obviously not live, you guys are checking out a little bit later, but if you guys are by chance watching this, you guys will probably, you guys will know exactly who I am when I am on it myself. Now, I just recently beat it, actually, for as long as it's been out, as long as I've had it. I've just been playing a lot of other games recently, and I had to beat it in order to open up new slots in order to do it for the Let's Play, but that's my main guy, a Frieza character, and I go by Frosty. So if you guys happen to be on the Xenoverse servers and want to check me out, I usually play this game every now and then around nighttime. You'll probably just see me running around. You can have ranked battles with me, normal battles with me, whatever. But for this one, we're just going to start brand new. Not exactly sure what I'm going to go with here. We can use... Now, the cool thing about Dragon Ball Xenoverse that separates it from other Dragon Ball games is the fact that you get to create your own character, a lot like what you can do with Ultimate Tenkaichi. However, it does follow a whole different story like Ultimate Tenkaichi. However, the difference between this game and Ultimate Tenkaichi is that this game's the gameplay doesn't suck like it did in Ultimate Tenkaichi. I don't know how many people like that game, but I fucking hated it. One of the worst DBZ games to come out in a while. But yeah, you get to pick exactly, you get to design your own character because you are your own character in this world. You can pick between the Frieza race, which is only one gender, Namekian, one gender, Earthling, Saiyan, and Majin, which are two different genders. Me and Code Black obviously had our own little bit of rants we have about it. For one thing, Saiyans are the only ones that can go into Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2. All you can get is Kaioken when you go with Majin, Earthling, Namekian, or the Frieza race, and that really kind of sucks because it kind of holds you back a bit, but they all have their different kind of strengths and weaknesses. Frieza race, fast speed, low attack. You can have low attack, high health and stamina, rechargeability with Namekians. Earthlings are just completely balanced on both offense and defense. Warrior, low health but high attack power as you would expect, and high defense but slow stamina recovery, defensive bonus with stamina, blah 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 with the Majins. Another thing that we kind of had a little bit of a problem with is the fact that when it comes to using the Majin, the only way you can get anything that resembles a Kid Buu is if you go with the female Majin. Now that's not a terrible thing, but why couldn't we get like a Kid Buu version for males as well? Why does it only have to be that? Why does the male have to be the big fat one and the small skin one has to be the female one? Why can't we make our choice on that? And we have looked at different ways to try and work around it, but just doesn't really work that well. Now, I've already done a Frieza race once, so I'm not going to do that one here. In fact, I might just go with an Earthling race just to see what they're like, or I might go Saiyan. In fact, I'm thinking about going Saiyan just so that I could probably show off Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of this, or at least speed up a lot of the creating my character thing, because a lot of people probably really don't care about how it looks, so, you know, we'll just kind of just speed up through this. Yeah, another cool thing, you can make your skin tone whatever you want. So if you want to make yourself a purple Saiyan, blue Saiyan, you can go right for it. It doesn't matter. That's pretty cool. Also trying to get based off of I am just kind of rolling with it, having fun. Alright, and here's our guy, Frosty. My next version of Frosty. Saiyan style. Stuck with blue because that's just kind of what I do. I felt like there was a lot more customization you could do with the Frieza race, but, you know, and I just think it just looked overall better. But we'll go ahead and just go with this, see what we can get. What finds the best here? Up close, nice and personal, hang back, blast from afar. Closer, far, I keep it balanced. Let's try, I guess we could say we can try and keep it balanced. If you do up close, you do a lot of strike skills. Far away, more key blast. And the sad thing is that, you know, I mean, it kind of has to go, you know, you want to pick whatever works with your guy best, because we're high offense usually. Up close and personal is good, however we have low health, so the closer we are to them, if they're really good physical attacks, really good. With the Frieza race, you weren't really big on Super Blast, so if you picked Hang Back and Blast them from afar, you're kind of screwing your stats a little bit because Frieza race is more up close and personal with a lot of their strengths. For now, with the same, we'll probably just keep it balanced just to make it a little bit easier. We kind of want to directly interact because again, if you guys so happen to jump on around the time that I'm recording, and if you guys are interested in this, leave comments in the comments section if you guys are interested with meeting up with me while I'm in the middle of recording this, and I'll let you guys know exactly when I do plan on doing recordings, so then you yourself could appear on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, leave in the comments that you're interested. And if I can get enough people interested, I mean, I'll leave times on when exactly, well, more than anything, just follow me on Twitter. That's going to be the big thing. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll be able to update exactly when I plan on doing stuff. Oh, I can't get a full intro, can I? Ooh, that kind of, well, maybe. Hang on, let's go ahead and go right through. Wow, there's a lot of people on today. It'd be really funny if anyone that watches me sees this and finds themselves on here, but I really thought I'd be able to get the full intro. If not, see if we can get this to start over from scratch. Gotta have to do this like this, huh? That's kind of weird. Let's see what the... Bro. This is kind of weird, folks. I'm really sorry. Interesting way to go about it. But here we are. Apparently the only way to do an entire game from scratch is to delete everything, which I don't really fully like, but that's just kind of the way it is, unfortunately. So, here's our prologue. This is kind of an interesting way to go about things, but...
Buying time? There's no need for that.
Wow. Okay, so, one thing I can already say is that if my Saiyan ends up exactly like the way Goku's controlling, it's totally different from what I'm used to playing as a Frieza race person that had a lot different combos that I was more used to. But unfortunately, there is no way to just start a new game from scratch unless you delete everything, which is definitely something I don't want to do, because I gotten pretty far with my character on there, and I just don't want to really start from scratch. But if you go into the Time Vault Nest, the whole entire big building that I went into, you'll be able to do it from quote-unquote scratch that way. I just have to pick everything individually. It all runs exactly the same. Usually, normally what you do is just start up exactly like this, where you're doing the prologue, where you're doing all the fights you did before. Doesn't really tell you how exactly to fight, though. This is just, what you're doing. You're just kind of rolling with it. It'll teach you how to fight later, but right now the computer really isn't set to kick your ass just yet, which is a big thank God. But, yeah, unfortunately, I had to delete everything, and I'm not looking to do that because I like the way my guy ended up. So, because of that, we're just going to do it this way, which, like I said, isn't extremely bad, because in reality, after you do the prologue and everything, you start looking around the Time Vault deal, and you mainly go to Trunks in order to start something up again, and it basically just be the exact same thing, just doing it slightly differently by going into the building itself, which is the only difference, really. But yeah, I can already tell that the Saiyan group has a much different combo base than the Frieza group, which is going to be hard for me to get used to because I had all the combos of the Frieza group pretty much maxed out, like down to a T, and this is going to be something else. I'm very interested in just seeing what the Saiyan style plays like. But no, this is literally how it would start up if you start a game from scratch before being in the Time Vault area. And you guys can see the scores that I had my first time playing through this. I haven't really gone through and tried to get Z ranks for everything, because Z ranking is hard in this game, surprisingly, and I really think a lot of it you have to be around level 80 and just like two-shot people in order to do it. Now, I'm not sure how this affects the time patrol nest, which, I mean, we'll go over that a little bit later once we get to it.
All right.
Once we do, everything will make sense. There's a lot in this game. That's the thing.
We lose.
There's a lot going on in this game in one sitting. Super Kamehameha, might as well. What does he have? Meteor, Strike, Kamehameha, Instant Transmission, Spirit Explode, Super Saiyan 3, which we already are. I don't think we can get Super Saiyan 3 in our created guys. We can only get up to Super Saiyan 2, I believe. And again, only with the Saiyans. No other group has some kind of thing that's Saiyan-like. All you get is Kaioken, and that's really it. And that's such a bummer in reality, because, I mean, that's such lost potential, in my opinion, and it just really sucks that people that don't want to be a Saiyan really lose out by not being a Saiyan. Will they patch it later on to where you can get something? Maybe. They've already done a number of patches ever since the game first came out. As you guys probably saw, there was a GT first half, second half. It wasn't there when the game first came out. They also have Resurrection F, but that's only time patrol missions and characters and certain moves that you can get. That's really it. They haven't done anything story-wise for it. They only did slight story-wise deals for it, and we already saw the intro, so we'll just skip all that.
Someone summoned you from a land far away.
So here's the real start.
Brave warrior, now come forth.
And we are that brave warrior that was summoned. At the very end of the video, of the intro video, you saw Trunks talking to Shenron and then a mysterious figure appearing. We are that mysterious figure that came out. All right. Now, okay, so here we are. We're at the Saiyan Saga Trunks test. So we've been summoned by Trunks. Now this is where we learn how to fight. I already know how to fight, but it's part of the story. We're going to go with it. And again, without already having done it, it would just immediately go into this after Shenron says that you have been brought in. It'll just automatically send you to this. So here we are. What a thing to see. What a nice thing to see when we first come into a strange new world. Giant Dragon. Dragon Balls are something that you can actually collect in this game. It's a very odd way on how you actually collect the Dragon Balls, which we'll get into that a little bit later. But they can be collected in this game.